Looking back since the 1990s, how have things changed, both in terms of federal budget policy and also how the nonprofit Concord Coalition organization is managed and operated? I remember we used to have, weekly snail mail that went out to all of our volunteer leaders across the country, and faxing things around was the latest technology. But my how things have changed.
Oh my goodness, yes. Well, as I recall, the debt was somewhere around 4 trillion in those days, and people thought that was terrible. It just went over 35 trillion. But just even as you look at it as a percentage of the economy, the debt is just exploded, and the deficits have gotten much bigger. But I do want to point out that in the first 10 years of the Concord Coalition's existence, the deficit went down every year, and then it turned to surpluses, and the surpluses rose. So if you go from 1992, when we began, September of 92, to 2001, the budget was improving every year. And it wasn't until this century that we had to have, the budget deficits really got out of hand. So what that says to me is that it is possible to make progress on this issue, but we haven't been doing it because we haven't been making the changes that we need. As for, how the Concord Coalition has changed, basically, theoretically, it's still the same. We are, grassroots, public education, and advocating for fiscal responsibility, and we do it in a bipartisan way, and we have a policy component as well. So it's always been a split between policy and field with the Concord Coalition, and you and I have both worn both hats over the years, and we continue to do that. So, but technology has changed a great deal. How we do that has changed a great deal, because as you mentioned, we used to make voluminous copies of things on Friday afternoons and then send them out. Somebody would have to be tasked to take these, big packets of mail to the post office and get them in the mail so our grassroots volunteers could, get their dispatch in the mail on Monday, and fax machines and all like that. And now, of course, Google didn't exist, social media didn't exist. And really, the internet, it existed, but it wasn't a thing. Email was not something that a lot of people used. So, it's gotten a lot more efficient in the field, even as the budget has bloated. The methodology has gotten a lot more efficient.